Good morning, students. This is our next chapter, or you can say the last chapter of the section Political Science for class 10th. And the title of the chapter is Outcomes of Democracy. Students, earlier we have discussed a lot about the democracy, types of democracy, and the democracy, why the country required democracy to run the nation in a very fruitful manner. We have studied a lot of about democracy and the results of democracy and the need of democracy in class ninth and in 10th also. Now this chapter is totally focused that when we give our favor to democracy type of government, then what are the results and the outcomes of democracy which people supposed to imagine and which they think that if they are supporting the democratic system of government, then what type of result they used to imagine and want. So we are discussing in this chapter especially the outcomes, it means the results of democracy. First of all, how do we assess democracy outcomes? First of all, there is a need that to understand that how we see the democracy and what expectation we as a people are having with the form of democratic government. So, first of all, that promotes equality among citizens. The first function of the democratic government that when we support the democratic type of and the system of politics, then it means because democratic government always promotes the equality among the citizen, enhances the dignity of the individual. It also allow a single individual where we can give us the importance that we are the people of India and we are equally important like the other people of the same nation. Another function of democratic government that democracy improves the quality of decision making. Yes, when we give our vote to a particular member of a political party, then it proves that we as a citizen how much important or importance we are having as far as our vote is concerned to the particular candidate. So it gives us the quality and it gives us the power also at the same time that we can take part indirectly in the decision making process for the future of country. Democracy provides a method to resolve conflicts. Yes, it is only under the democratic system of government that where we are having three bodies. First is parliamentary, second is executive, and the third is judiciary. So it is only can imagine under the democratic system where it provides us the resolve or the solution for any type of conflicts with the help of courts or with the help of lower courts and various means we can sort out the conflicts and dispute among the people. Democratic government allows room to correct mistakes. Yes, it gives us the opportunity where we can correct our mistakes and as if we give our vote to a wrong candidate, so at least after 5 years we are having the opportunity to change the particular candidate with the same voting power. So it gives us the that where we can correct our previous mistake. Are these expectations realized under democracies? When we talk to people around us, most of them support democracy against other alternatives, and we do, such as rule by monarch or the military or religious leader, but not so many of them would be satisfied with the democracy in practice. So we face a dilemma. Democracy is seen to be good in principle, but felt to be not so good in practice. This dilemma invites us to think hard about the outcomes of democracy. Do we prefer democracy only for moral reason, or are there some prudential reason to support democracy too? So basically, according to the content that many times it has seen that people are not satisfied with the democratic government. They want so much from the democratic structure, but still in a practical way the real outcomes of democracy is not getting by the people. So we will talk about that what are the prudential reason to support democracy or what are the moral reason. Now, over 100 countries of the world today claim and practice some kind of democratic politics. They have formal constitutions, they hold elections, they have parties, and they guarantees rights of citizens. While these features are common to most of them, These democracies are very much different from each other in terms of their social situation, their economic achievements, and their culture. Clearly, what may be achieved or not achieved under each of these democracy will be very different. But is there something that we can expect from every democracy just because it is a democracy? Our interest in and fascinating for democracy often pushes us into taking a position that democracy can address all socio-economic and political problems. So, as a common citizen, we always think that if we are the citizen of a democratic nation, so there will be no challenge to follow any socio-economic practices, and we will not face any political problem. But besides this, we always have something challenging in a democratic government also. If some of our expectations are not met, we start blaming the idea of democracy, or we start doubting if we are living in a democracy. The first step towards thinking carefully about the outcomes of democracy is to recognize that democracy is just a form of government. It can only create conditions for achieving something. The citizens have to take advantage of those conditions and achieve these goals. Let us examine some of these we can reasonably expect from democracy and examine the record of democracy. So, first outcome of democracy is it should be accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. How? There are some things that democracy must provide. In a democracy, we are most concerned with ensuring that people will have the right to choose their rulers and people will have control over the ruler. Whenever possible and necessary, citizens should be able and participate in decision making that affects them all. Therefore, the most basic outcome of democracy should be that it produces a government that is accountable to the citizen and responsive to the needs and expectation of the citizen. So, it is the first desired outcome of democracy that it gives us accountability, and it also responsive and very responsive towards the needs and expectation of every single citizen. Then, before we go into this question, we face another common question. Is democratic government efficient? Is it effective? Some people think that democracy produces less effective government. It is, of course, true that non-democratic rulers do not have to bother about deliberation in assemblies or worry about majority and public opinion. So they can be very quick and efficient in decision making and implementation. Democracy is based on the idea of deliberation and negotiation. So some delay is bound to take place. Does that make democratic government insufficient? Let us think in terms of cost. Imagine a government that may take decisions very fast, but it may take decisions that are not accepted by the people and may therefore face problems. In contrast, the democratic government will take more time to follow procedure before arriving at a decision. But because it has followed procedure, its decision may be both more acceptable to the people or more effective. So the cost of time and democracy pays perhaps worth it. So when we compare a democratic nation regarding the decision making with the non-democratic government, the students we see that although democratic government takes time before passing any final result, but most of time this time gives so much of time to the decision makers that every now and then they gives the best decision to the people which should be accepted by all, while at the same time the non-democratic government, they are not liable to the worries or to the expectation of the people. That's why they take less time, but at the same time many times their decision is not acceptable by the people. Now look at the other side. Democracy ensures and decision making will be based on norms and procedure. So a citizen who wants to know if a decision was taken through the correct procedure can find this out. She has the right and the means to examine the process of decision making. This is known as a transparency. This factor is often missing from non-democratic government. Therefore, when we are trying to find out the outcomes of democracy, it is right to expect democracy to produce a government that follows procedure and is accountable to the people. When we can also expect that the democratic government develop mechanism for citizens to hold the government accountable and mechanism for citizens to take part in the decision making whenever they think fit. If you wanted to measure democracy on the basis of this expected outcome, you would look for the following practices and institutions: regular, free, and fair elections, open public debate on major policies, and legislation and citizens' right to information about the government and its functioning. The actual performance of democracy shows a mixed record on this. Democracy have had a greater success in setting up regular and free elections, in setting up conditions for open public debate. But most democracy fall short of elections that provide a fair chance to everyone and subjecting very decision to public debate. Democratic government do not have a very good record when it comes to the sharing information with citizens. All one can say in favor of democratic regime that is they are much better than any non-democratic regime in this respect. In substantive terms, it may be responsible to expect from democracy a government that is attentive to the needs and the demands of the people, is largely free of corruption. The record of the democracy is not impressive on these two counts. Democracy often frustrates the needs of the people and often ignore the demands of a majority of its population. The routine tales of corruption are enough to convince us that democracy is not free of this evil. At the same time, there is nothing to show that non democracy are less corrupt or more sensitive to the people. There is one respect in which democratic government is certainly better than its alternative. Democratic government is legitimate government. It may be slow, less efficient, not always very responsible or clean, but democratic government is responsible own government. That is why there is an overwhelming support for the idea of democracy all over the world. As the accompanying evidence from South Asia shows, the support exists in countries with democratic regime as well as countries without democratic regime. People wish to be ruled by the representative elected by them. They also believe that democracy is suitable for their country. Democracy's ability to generate its own support is itself an outcome that cannot be ignored. Yes, that if we compare non-democratic and democratic nation to itself, that democracy is having the fullest support around the world, around every single country around the world. It itself a great outcome of democracy, that why the democratic government is so much popularized and it's so much, you can say, why it is so much accepted around the world. Now we will talk about economic and development, economic growth and development, that another expectation and outcomes which is expected by the people. Economic growth and development. If democracy are expected to produce good government, then is it not fair to expect that they would also produce development? Evidence shows that in practice many democracy did not fulfill this expectation. If you consider all democracy and all dictatorships for 50 years between 1950 to 2000, dictatorship have slightly higher rate of economic growth. The inability of democracy to achieve higher economic development worries us, but this alone cannot be reason to reject democracy. As you have already studied in economics, economic development depends on several factors: country's population size, global situations, and cooperation from the other countries, economic priorities adopted by the country, etc. However, the difference in the rates of economic development between less developed and countries and the dictatorship and democracy is negligible. Overall, we cannot say that democracy is a guarantee of economic development, but we can expect democracy not to lag behind dictatorship in this respect. When we find such significant differences in the rates of economic growth between countries under dictatorship and democracy, it is better to prefer democracy as it has several other positive outcomes. Now, economic outcomes of democracy. Argument about democracy tend to be very passionate. This is how it should be, for democracy appeals to some of our deep value. These debates cannot be resolved in a simple manner, but some debates about democracy can and should be resolved by referring to some facts and figures. The debate about the economic outcomes of democracy is one such debate. Over the years, many students of democracy have gathered careful evidence to see what the relationship of democracy with economic growth and economic inequality. The tables and the cartoon here present some of the evidences.